Hi, my name is Rasa, and I'm from Lithuania. I grew up in traditional Catholic home. I went through catechism, and I believed I believed God. However, when science classes started, my beliefs were questioned. And because I did not have strong background in religion and the teachings, I started believing that science is the answer. I went to college, and actually, it got worse. I lived life the way it pleased me, and I created my own God that was okay with the things I did and the way I acted. However, while in college, it bothered me. Like, why are we here? Why so many people are suffering? Why is so much pain? And nobody and nothing can answer. I thought philosophy classes or philosophy could give me some answers. And you know what? There were every time I hear some great idea, the other philosopher something completely contradicts that. And the other philosopher sounds good too. So it's like, what is the truth? How do you find the truth? I did not find those answers until I came to United States. I believed that I was invincible. I guess being in college, all the future ahead of me looked great. I had plans for my future to go to at least master's degree, to make something out of myself. And when my life started crumbling down, and all of a sudden I felt so out of control, all of a sudden I started looking again. What is the answer? What are the answers? What is the truth? What is the point of this life? And by God's grace, we went to little church by Eau Claire, and I was sitting there one Wednesday night, and just thinking, you know what? As long as I do whatever I have to do, go to church, try to do my best, I'll go to heaven. And all of a sudden, I'd hear pastor saying, "1,000-year reign." And obviously, I was daydreaming, so I did not know the context in which those words were said. And I was too embarrassed to admit. So when I got home, I asked my husband, what is all about? He started telling me that that's after the end of the world when people will be judged. And some people go to hell, some in heaven, and all that story. And all of a sudden, I realized that if I die tonight, I'm going to hell. And that was very, very scary to me. I barely could sleep that night, and simply I did not know how to change that. So I was praying, and I know that gospel was presented to me quite a few times before, but it went like over my head. I could not understand it. It was this blindness, spiritual blindness that I guess I had at the time. Pastor gave me a book, actually 2 books, just simple stories for kids, Bible stories for kids, and then The Stranger on the Way to Emmaus. So after that night, I started reading. I started with that Bible story book. Even I was believing everything that it said, something was missing. Again, I prayed God to help me, to show me, because obviously I could not do it on my own. And then I started reading The Stranger on the Way to Emmaus. Helped me to understand the purpose of Bible, and from the beginning how it led, the plan of God, and how it led to Jesus, and why he came. And this is what, like I said, I could read Old Testament and New Testament and still miss the purpose of just religion. But because of my sin, Jesus had to come and to die, that I would have that relationship with Jesus Christ and someday enjoy eternity with him. On the last page, almost on the last page of the book, it says, if you believe everything everything that's in this book, turn the page. And if you don't even bother, And this book, it presented all the, I guess, puzzle pieces of the Bible. It was finally, I understood, I guess, and I obviously turned the page because God, I believe it. And there was a prayer of salvation, and I prayed, and all of a sudden, Rome lit up. I had to take this very deep breath, and after that day was nothing the same. It's not a religion. It's the personal relationship with Jesus Christ.